Hi, good morning all of you. Now we are going to start a new chapter, that is quadrilaterals. You know what is meant by quadrilaterals? You studied about polygons, no? Triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, like this you studied. So what is the quadrilateral? A polygon with four sides, we can call it as a quadrilateral. What is meant by polygon? Polygon means it's a closed figure made up of straight lines, isn't it? In statistics, when we were drawing frequency polygon, we just close that figure, no? With the straight lines, we got a graph and we just closed it to both ends to get the polygon. Okay. So polygon means it's a closed figure made up of straight lines. And if the number of sides are 4, we can call that as a quadrilateral. See, this is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. We can give name like this: A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. 4 vertices are there and it has 4 sides. It has 4 angles also: angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. And we can say AD is one line segment, one side, AB is another one side. So AD and AB are called adjacent sides. You know what is meant by quadrilaterals? You studied about polygons, no? Triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, like this you studied. So what is the quadrilateral? A polygon with 4 sides, we can call it as a quadrilateral. What is meant by polygon? Polygon means it's a closed figure made up of straight lines, isn't it? In statistics, when we were drawing frequency polygon, we just close that figure, no? With the straight lines, we got a graph and we just closed it to both ends to get the polygon. Okay. So polygon means it's a closed figure made up of straight lines. And if the number of sides are 4, we can call that as a quadrilateral. See, this is a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. We can give name like this: A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. 4 vertices are there and it has 4 sides. It has 4 angles also: angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. And we can say AD is one line segment, one side, AB is another one side. So AD and AB are called adjacent sides. Same way, BA and BC are adjacent sides. CD and CB are adjacent sides. DA and DC are adjacent sides. These 2 line segments are adjacent. Okay, nearest sides, adjacent sides. And we can say AB, its opposite side is CD. BC, its opposite side is AD. So 2 pair of opposite sides you can say. 4 pair of adjacent sides you can say. Same way for angles also. A's adjacent angle is B. So AB and AD are one pair of adjacent angle. A and B are adjacent angles. A and B are adjacent angles. C and D are adjacent angles. C and B are adjacent angle. So B and A already we told. Okay. So adjacent angles. And what is opposite angles? Angle A and angle C are opposite angles. Angle B and angle D are opposite angles. Angle C's opposite angle is angle A. Angle C's adjacent angles are angle B and angle B. Okay. So, these are about quadrilaterals. Okay. Then, we have different types of quadrilaterals. See. In 8th standard, you studied this type of quadrilateral. I see another one quadrilateral I will not draw. See, this is one quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4 sided closed figure. So it's calling a quadrilateral. We can give name PQRS. Is another one quadrilateral. It's a polygon made up of 4 straight lines. That's why it's calling quadrilateral. See, what is the difference between these 2 quadrilaterals? See, see here. If this line I am extending, you know this angle will be 180 degree. So now angle D is less than 180 degree. Same way, see angle C is less than 180 degree. See, to reach 180 degree up to here it moves. So it's not that much. So this is less than 180, less than 180, less than 180. See here, this is less than 180, less than 180, less than 180. What about this angle? That means this angle. Inside angle only we are looking. See, when we are drawing straight line up to here, this line RQ and RS, the angle is this one. RQ and this angle is the angle, fourth angle. Angle R. Angle R is this one, which I marked. See that angle? From here the angle starts. So up to here it is 180. So this is more than 180. So if any one angle is more than 180 in a quadrilateral, we will call this quadrilateral as concave quadrilateral. So this is called convex quadrilateral. Convex and concave. Okay. According to their angles. Or another way also you can say, when drawing the diagonal, if the diagonal is coming, all the diagonals are coming inside the quadrilateral, we can call it as convex quadrilateral. Otherwise it is concave. Now we are going to study what are the different types of quadrilateral. See, one quadrilateral, simply a quadrilateral. If this quadrilateral, I made this quadrilateral's two sides are parallel. These two sides are parallel. We can call it as a trapezium. We are going to discuss different types of quadrilateral. So types. This is simply a quadrilateral four-sided figure. If one pair of opposite sides are parallel, we can call it as a trapezium. And see, in a quadrilateral, if both pair of opposite sides are parallel, these two sides are parallel and these two are the other pair of opposite sides, two pair of opposite sides will be the, both pair of opposite sides parallel, we can call it as parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. And see, for a parallelogram, its continuation only I am drawing. For a parallelogram, if all angles are 90 degree, in a parallelogram, if all angles are 90 degree, we can call it as a rectangle. So here parallelogram is the, from parallelogram, if all angles are 90 degree, we can call it as a rectangle. And from the parallelogram, if all sides are equal, see, in a parallelogram, all angles are equal. That time only we will get all 90 degree. So all angles are equal, we can call it as a rectangle. If all sides are equal in a parallelogram, that means pair of opposite sides, these two parallel and these two parallel, and all sides are equal, we can call it as a rhombus. Parallelogram will become a rhombus when its all sides are equal. Parallelogram will become a rectangle when its all angles are equal. And see, in a rectangle, if all the sides are equal, we can call it as a square. Or you can say like this also, in a rhombus already the all four sides are equal. Plus all angles are equal, it will become a square. So square is coming from rectangle with the all sides equal or rhombus with the all angles equal. Then we can call it as a square. Okay, so these are types of quadrilateral. Among this one, another one is the, among the quadrilaterals, see, this is kite. For kite, see these two sides, that means adjacent sides, this pair of adjacent sides and this pair of adjacent sides will be equal. Exactly two pair of, we already told there are four pair of adjacent sides. These two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent, these two are adjacent. Among these four pairs, if we got exactly two pair of adjacent sides are equal, we can call it as a kite. Okay, so you have to draw this all. Kite is separate. Because from quadrilateral trapezium will become, from trapezium all sides parallel, it will become a parallelogram. From parallelogram all angles equal, we can call it as a rectangle. From parallelogram all sides equal, we can call it as a rhombus. And from rhombus all angles equal, it will become a square. From rectangle all sides equal, then it will become a square. Okay, and kite is separate from that category. So these are the types of quadrilaterals. See, a quadrilateral is given. Name is ABCD. What will be sum of angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D? We are going to find the sum of four angles. So for that we are just drawing a diagonal. That time we will get angle A. This is ABD. This angle is DBC. This is angle C. And this angle is CDB. And this angle is BDA. Or if you are giving name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We are going to add these all angles. That means angle 1 plus, angle 2 plus, angle 3 plus, angle 4 plus, angle 5 plus, angle 6. What we will get? Angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D. Adding all these 6 angles, you will get angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D. See, what about angle 1 plus 2 plus 3? 1 plus 2 plus 3. ABD is a triangle. You know, in a triangle, sum of 3 angles is 180 degree. Plus, what is 4 plus 5 plus 6? BCD is another one triangle. 4 plus 5 plus 6, we are getting it as 180 degree. Angles are property of a triangle. So it is equal to 360 degree. So what we learned? In a quadrilateral, sum of 4 angles is 360 degree. Another way also you can think. The same thing you can read another way. When you are drawing a diagonal, you are getting 2 triangles. This triangle's angle sum is 180. This triangle's angle sum is 180. So 180 plus 180, you are getting 360. Okay. Same thing only here on. The next we are going to study properties of parallelogram. We have one parallelogram. What is it by parallelogram? Opposite sides are parallel in a quadrilateral. We can call it as a parallelogram. We can give name A, B, C, D. The first property is like this. The diagonal of a parallelogram divides the parallelogram into 2 congruent triangles. So we can draw a diagonal. That time we are getting 2 triangles. We need to prove these 2 are congruent triangles. How can you give the proof? See, these 2 lines are parallel. So you can write this angle and this angle. See, 2 sides parallel and this is the transversal. So 2 lines cut by a transversal. This angle and this angle are called alternate angles. They are equal. So we can write or we can mark these 2 angles are equal in the 2 triangles. And next, see, these 2 lines are parallel. These 2 lines. This angle and this angle are the next pair of alternate angles. See, two parallel lines AD and BC. This is the transversal. This one and this one. I marked there. They are alternate angles, so they are equal. So, in triangle ADC and triangle CBA, we are getting 2 angles equal plus, see, these 2 are the angles we got. Its common side is AC. AC is the common side and we got 2 angles are equal. With the triangle BAC, AC is the common side and 2 angles are equal. So by SAS, see, this side is the included side. So by ASA criteria, angle side angle criteria, we can say these 2 triangles are congruent. That means ADC and CBA are the congruent triangles. Okay. Since these two triangles are congruent, we can say their corresponding parts are equal. So AD is equal to BC and also CD is equal to AB. Okay. So first property is when we are drawing a diagonal in a parallelogram, the parallelogram will become two triangles and the two triangles are congruent triangles. And the next property which we told now, since these two triangles are congruent, see, triangle 1 and triangle 2 are congruent, their corresponding parts are equal. So AD is equal to BC and same way AB is equal to DC. That means opposite sides are equal. So in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Next property. Then the next property means third property, it's converse. See, parallelogram means in a parallelogram we got opposite sides are equal. See, in a quadrilateral, if opposite sides are equal, we can call it as a parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. If in a quadrilateral, if opposite sides are equal, we can call that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, that is the next property. It's converse only. Then the fourth one, same way, see, we applied congruence criteria. We proved these triangle 1 and 2 are congruent, and from there we found by CPCD corresponding parts of congruent triangles, opposite sides are equal. Same way opposite angles also equal. Angle D and angle B are equal. And when you are adding this, see, these two are equal and these two are equal. When you are adding angle A and angle C also will be equal. That means opposite angles are equal. Now we study the fourth property, that is opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. And the next one, fifth one, it's converse. Now we told opposite angles are equal. You have to write these all properties. First we discussed while drawing a diagonal, the parallelogram will become two triangles and they are congruent. And next property we studied, opposite sides are equal in a parallelogram. If opposite sides are equal, we can say that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. If opposite sides are equal in a parallelogram, both pair of opposite sides we are discussing, then it will become a parallelogram. And the next one, same property, corresponding parts of congruent triangles itself. If opposite angles are in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Its converse is, if opposite angles are equal in a quadrilateral, then that will be a parallelogram. Okay, opposite angles equal means then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. That's why we are getting opposite angles equal. Okay, converse of that one. Then the next one, the diagonal of a parallelogram bisect each other. What is in by bisecting? See, one diagonal as drawn, another one diagonal. ABCD is the parallelogram. O is their intersection point. It's given both the parallel bisect each other. That means the diagonal. It's given the diagonals bisect each other. AC is one diagonal. This line AC cuts BD at the midpoint. And the same way BD, the diagonal BD cuts AC at the midpoint. That is meant by diagonals bisect each other. Okay. So we need to prove OD and O is the midpoint, or OD and OB are equal. And the same way OC and OA are equal. For that, see, while drawing this diagonal, what about this angle? These two angles, see this angle and this angle, two parallel lines cut by a transversal alternate angles. Same way, these two are the parallel lines cut by a transversal. We are getting this angle and this angle are equal. Okay, and see, we already know AD is equal to BC. Opposite sides are equal. So by ASA criteria, triangle 1, that is AOD, and triangle 2, COB are congruent. That means these two triangles are same. Since they are same, their corresponding sides are equal. So OD is equal to OB. OA is equal to OC. Okay. First we are proving these two triangles are congruent. So we are getting AOD congruent to COB. Now AO is equal to CO. AO is equal to CO. OD is equal to OB. OD is equal to OB. AO equal to CO. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. This is by ASA criteria we are getting the two triangles are congruent. OD is equal to OB. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So what we studied now? Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, that means this point is the O is the midpoint of both the diagonal. Then its converse. If diagonals bisect each other in a quadrilateral, then that quadrilateral will be a parallelogram. So parallelograms, all properties is having converse also.